Hello and welcome to FICO Tech Talk, where we discuss ideas in technology for decision management. I'm Darcy Sullivan of FICO, and today we're asking, how can healthcare insurers cut costs by using analytics to stop fraud? We're talking with Andrea Allman. She manages FICO solutions for insurance fraud. So, Andrea, to start with, tell me, healthcare insurance fraud, how big of a problem is this?
The insurance fraud problem in the United States is massive. Industry estimates are between 3 and 10% of all the transactions in healthcare insurance in the United States are fraudulent, wasteful, or abusive. And that, when you think about the $1 trillion that we spend in healthcare, that amount is somewhere between $200 and $600 billion a year. It's one of the biggest problems that we have in our healthcare system in the United States today. Workers' compensation claims also have a very high volume of fraud, potentially 10% there as well, so about $30 billion in fraud in workers' compensation claims.
What are healthcare insurers doing today to stop insurance fraud?
The solutions that are out there in the market typically are rules-based solutions, and rules-based solutions require, by definition, that you know what the fraud is. And fraudsters in the United States, anyway, are endlessly creative, and so it's very difficult to know what they're going to come up with next. And that's where predictive analytics really has a strong play.
Andrea, what's different about our approach?
Insurance Fraud Manager solution is an application. It's a DM, decision management application that is mainly for insurance payers, and those would be your Medicaid, Medicare, commercial payers, so government space, commercial space payers that are looking to make payments to healthcare providers, doctors and podiatrists and chiropractors. And what the solution does is it detects fraud. It detects how risky a claim is when that claim is submitted and before it gets paid. If you can catch the fraud before it gets paid, you can actually save the money and not have to chase it. So if you chase it, you about get 10 cents on the dollar when you chase it. But if you can prevent it in the first place, you can save the whole dollar.
Andrea, our solution uses predictive analytics to detect insurance fraud. What are those analytics doing? How do they work?
Those analytics use multi-entity profiling of all of the entities within the healthcare system, the patients, their doctors, the labs and clinics, and it profiles all of those entities and looks for outliers that are indicative of fraud. And those models are very powerful in their ability to pick out unusual patterns in the data that are so sophisticated that rules can't find them.
Does our insurance fraud manager automate the process so much that you don't really need reviewers and investigators anymore?
Absolutely not. This doesn't replace your staff. It actually helps you use the staff more efficiently. The area of predictive analytics finds all of the gray space, things that are not black and white, and brings them to your attention. And you do need individuals to take a look at the results and validate that those results are in fact fraudulent and are something that you're going to go after. So it does not replace your investigative staff. It doesn't automate your investigative staff. It makes your investigative staff better. It provides workflow control and allows them to focus their efforts on the most important, largest fraud areas in your organization.
What kind of results can an insurer see using FICO Insurance Fraud Manager?
Most of our insurance companies are finding savings. They're finding a 10-to-1 ROI at the minimum. Frankly, most of our customers have actually paid the total contract value off in the first day of operations or training. I can't promise that to anybody, but what I do promise is about a 10-to-1 ROI on the application.
Andrea, in general, why should an insurer look at FICO Insurance Fraud Manager and consider that for stopping insurance fraud?
Well, first of all, we are the only application vendor out there that can actually score a claim prior to payment using predictive analytics and provide that risk score. We're the industry leader there. We've been in production for about 5 years now. We have proven technology in that space, and no one else out there can do that. Additionally, our analytics allow you to do post-payment analyses of the providers in a depth and breadth that is just not available in other solutions.
That's today's FICO Tech Talk. Thanks for joining us. You can learn more on this topic on our website at fico.com/insurance. We invite you to comment on this posting, subscribe to our podcast series, and watch more Tech Talk videos at fico.com/Tech Talk. It's a great place to learn how to advance your business's decision management.